Whoa! Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
You feel the fall? You feel it? I mean, the air, it's cold, it's damp.
You feel what the fall is cooking. Is that just because football was on last night that it feels like fall?
Oh, I had 3 beers. They were just Miller Lights, but I had 3 beers. My folks are in town. I'm like, hey, I asked my stepdad. He was like, he put the game on, and then my wife went downstairs, and my mom went downstairs to watch different things in different rooms, or maybe they watched TV together.
I had a horrible football night last night just because I got there, and I was settling in, and I was doing some stuff in the kitchen, so I'm watching the game on my phone. And then I realized I left something at work and had to come back and get it.
Well, at least you're not living all the way up in Templeton now. It's a little closer.
But then, if I was living in Templeton, I would have just said, I'll get it tomorrow. But I was close enough. And then I get in the car.
What could you have left at work that you just had to come back and get?
My wallet.
Oh.
And cleaning crew comes on Thursday night, and I've had... I mean, not to say that the cleaning crew, this is years ago that this happened, but I had a pair of headphones disappear.
But you don't know if it was them.
Right.
But it just happened to be on that night.
It was on cleaning crew night.
Nice.
And I left my wallet sitting on my desk. And I was like, oh, Christ, you're kidding me. So then come back, get my wallet, realize I could jump back in the car. I have 20 miles till empty. So then I'm like, well, run over to Costco, get the gas. Get the gas over, drive back over across town. And I didn't get back home until halfway through the third quarter, which it was a blowout halfway through the third quarter.
Yeah, it was really
just
over
garbage time. It was not a close game, despite what the final score says, if you didn't get a chance to see it.
At least your boy, Deshaun Watson, put up 25 points. It was looking like he wasn't even going to score 20.
There's going to be garbage time.
Yeah, garbage time. Yeah, it was garbage time. I was like, damn, garbage time! So the thing is, Jeff and I are playing each other this week in fantasy football, and it's always so damn close.
We've never had it to where we open up week 1.
Stresses me out, and I'm sitting here hoping that he's not even going to get 20 points.
What are you stressed out about?
Every point you get is 1 point closer to you beating me by 1 point. Remember that year you beat me by like a half a point?
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Paul Richardson Jr.
All I needed was one reception.
In his rookie campaign as the number 3 option for the Seattle Seahawks, just because I liked him.
So I was drinking early, and I was celebrating.
In a game that I believe ended up with a final score of 80-79, which is a horrible fantasy football score. We were the worst of the worst that year.
So let's see here. We got the Red Zone Challenge brought to you by Donahue Truck Centers, your home for Hino trucks. Dino trucks, but it looks like 96% of the nation went with Kansas City.
Yeah, you got it right.
That didn't change.
I got it wrong. I was in the 4%. I thought for sure. And then I realized halfway through the first quarter, oh, yeah, Bill O'Brien is still the coach for the Houston Texans. Why did I make that pick? That guy is the worst coach. The worst.
We talked about that.
I know.
He said Brandon Cooks. He goes, well, when the team takes the field, I guess you'll find out.
So this is my strategy this year. I am going to pick games not based on my gut, which I've done well with the last couple of years, but I'm changing my strategy. I'm going to pick games based on coaching matchups. And that means from here on out, Kansas City is going to be an automatic lock. Andy Reid's got it dialed in with the staff that he has. You got a rookie running back, and he goes out there and he torches the Texans defense, and except for near the goal line. But if he can do that with a rookie on no preseason whatsoever, and I know that Edwards-Helaire is the bee's knees when it comes to running backs in college last year. But if he can do that with a guy that is going up against J.J. Watt and Merciless, and you are able to get over 100 yards, that's pretty impressive.
Who's the new coach for the Packers?
Well, he's been a coach for
LaFleur?
3 years, yeah.
Matt LaFleur?
LaFleur's a horrible coach.
Okay, so this is an interesting matchup then as I look at the Red Zone Challenge this week.
I take Zimmerman.
Yeah. Okay. So you got it. It's Green Bay, and they're taking on the Vikings. The Vikings, 60% of the nation are taking Minnesota right now. It is a home game for Minnesota, and you like
Yeah, but is
Zimmerman.
it? I mean, what's the
Over
home?
LaFleur.
After watching last night, I don't know what these home field advantages are.
I know they had fans.
They had
I was
fans,
surprised to see how many fans. I didn't think we'd see any fans
Yeah,
there,
it didn't seem like that many fans.
but they were nice and social distance, and even out.
How much those tickets cost? I mean, is that a premium seat then at that point?
I would hope it would. Well, I would hope it wouldn't charge them anymore. They would just offer it to their season ticket holders first, and then
That's
so-and-so.
probably, yeah.
And then it's like, hey, it's like you're sitting by yourself.
The longest standing season ticket holders. And if they can do that in Kansas City, why can't they do it in Los Angeles? Why can't they do it in where are some other markets I know they're not playing games? Seattle. I know they're not going to play the first 4 or 5 games in front of fans in Seattle. Why can't they do those games, the same type of thing that they did in Kansas City last night? Because like you said, I mean, they were very social distanced.
They look great.
They looked great? No, it didn't look great.
I mean, it looked great. I mean, I thought it was cool. It was like, look at all the room they have. This is pretty cool.
It's kind of like when you get on that flight that's a commuter flight, and and you're taking like the latest commuter flight of the day, and nobody wants that flight, and you took it because it was a cheap price, or you had to work all day long, and then you got on that late commuter flight to go to, from, say, San Jose to Seattle or something that they do 10 times a day. You get on that flight and there's like 5 people on that flight. That's what it must feel like to go to the NFL football game now. You got the whole row to yourself.
Trust me, I just flew twice this summer, and coming back, it's the same thing. Just from San Luis Obispo, Seattle to San Luis Obispo, had my own seat.
Yeah, that's nice.
There was all kinds of open rows. I was like, man, I could dance around in here a little bit. The bathroom was always open. Sometimes you got to get up, stretch your legs.
It's almost worth it. I mean, because you end up paying less for that less coveted flight anyways.
Well, you know me, I like to upgrade to first class. I didn't do it because nobody was sitting next to me.
Yeah,
and there was no booze up there.
You would be worse off in first class than you would be in coach in these instances.
It's funny because now in the airport, they're like, yeah, we're not serving food on the flight. We're just giving out a snack, and you can either get coffee, water, or a diet or regular Coke.
What is...
so they're like, buy something here if you want to take it with you. But if you buy alcohol, don't even think about opening it.
Really?
Yeah, you can't open your own alcohol on the flight. That's against the rules. So
I would think that would be COVID friendly. Kill any germs, I mean, you spill a little bit, you wipe it up. Hey, instant hand sanitizer, You don't have to come by and wipe up your lap tray.
Plus, they give out hand sanitizer wipes. At least Alaska was. I'm sure everybody's doing something. I saw some people do a gift bag as you walk on the plane, or whatever you want, a sanitized bag. The Red Zone Challenge brought to you by our friends at Donahue Truck Centers. They're coughed up. They coughed up $500 for our grand prize winner. You also have a shot at going to Hawaii if you can beat the nation. And also, you can also program the station for a week if you're a weekly winner. So if you pick Kansas City, you're one step closer.
I'm pulling for Skyler in Grover Beach. Skyler.
What's he want to hear?
Let's get these picks right this week. He wants to hear a week's worth of Sunny Day Real Estate. One of my top 5
Suzanne is the one that has to pull all this music, and that's a little homework for her. I don't think we have one song in the system.
One of my top 5 favorite bands of all time.
KZOZ.com is where our poll question is.
I don't know if I want to take it down. I want to swap out the poll question for a new one, but we got quite a battle going on when it comes to the must-have topping for the hot dog.
I would like to see that stay up too. Can we do a poll question over on the Facebook page? Is your poll question?
The problem
can you limit it to 2 answers?
It's only 2 answers, and you have to run it through the KZOZ Facebook page to do it, and you have to run it through the publishing tools. But the thing is, I have more than 2 answers in the upcoming poll question, so we'll let this marinate a little while. Yesterday was hot dog day. How many hot dogs did you have?
2. I ended up having 2. And I had...
As did I.
What's that?
As did I. I had 2. My son, 3. Again, that's the magic number.
Your son, who was 3...
I know.
Almost 4, ate more than you did.
Yes. With buns.
And he's a skinny kid.
I didn't even eat mine with buns. This
tablet must be going overdrive.
Oh, it's just crazy. I am expecting a huge growth spurt because he's due. I mean, he's short. So, he's short like his mom. So
I'm sorry to laugh, but you've given me a hard time since I've known you over 20 years for being short, and it would only be karma that your son would be short.
I know.
I'm sure he'll grow.
And my daughter's tall.
I'm sure he'll grow. But you never know.
We don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if hot dogs aid in growth. Probably not.
Milk keeps the bone strong.
Yeah, he drinks a lot of milk too. So, but ketchup and mustard are tied neck and neck with 37% of the vote. Out of all those options on there, the only other ones getting nods are onions and tomatoes.
Yeah.
And everything else is not considered a must-have on the poll. So let's just do.
Well, the thing is, you can only vote for one. So it's like you have to. People have to look. You probably look at it like, well, if I'm only going to have one of these on my dog, what's it going to be? It's going to be mustard.
So what I'm going to do is I am going to eliminate everything except for mustard, yellow mustard, and ketchup. The problem with this is spicy mustard didn't get any nods. I'm a bit surprised by that. Aren't you? Because I love spicy mustard on a hot dog.
Like deli mustard?
If I have two options, if I have two types of mustard, I'm always going with the spicy. And
I like
the regular. I shouldn't say never the regular.
I like the Grey Poupon because it's got a little bit of that horseradish kind of flavor to it. It's just the type of mustard, but it doesn't have horseradish in it. But or maybe it does. I've never looked. But there are mustards out there that taste like it has mustard or horseradish in it. So I like that.
That jumps the vote totals up to 50-50 now. It's a 50-50 poll question. Who's going to win? Is it going to be ketchup? Or is it going to be mustard?
I'm going to go with mustard. I think most people.
I would have thought mustard would have been a runaway
because we're not 9 years old.
I can't believe exactly. Like, what is the deal with ketchup on a hot dog? That does not enhance the hot dog at all. If anything, it just masks the flavor of the hot dog.
I like to do a little sweet and salty, so I'll vinegary, so I'll do the mustard and the ketchup with some onions and some other stuff, or just by itself. I'll put a little ketchup on there. But if I had to choose one, I would definitely go mustard first, and then I had my onions and my relish. You don't need the ketchup when you get the relish because the sweet relish will give you that what you're looking for.
Yeah. You don't like. I don't know. Is that a thing? A ketchup and onion hot dog? Or do people like ketchup and onions on? I don't like onions, so I don't.
I love onions.
I don't go that route at all with a hot dog.
Cooked, sautéed, or raw
ruins everything. Onions ruin everything unless they're cooked. And they enhance it.
It's our SurfNet Communications poll question. We got a new poll question. What type of face mask?
This is typing on the radio if you're following.
You, and then you got to put rock because it's KZOZ, right?
Okay.
This is a
rock.
Oh my God.
What kind of face mask
do you rock? What type of face mask do you rock? We just want to know. It's on our Facebook page right now. You can fill that in. Jeff's working on a new poll question that's going to be at kzoz.com where you can do us there. But
using the King's English, I decided to go with prefer. So last night, Andy Reid was asked after the game about the face mask. I thought it was pretty funny because in his quote, he was asked by a radio guy in Kansas City. He said, how was it coaching that game with your face mask? Because if you saw his face mask, it was fogged over from the jump. I mean, it was just fogged over all night.
It was really just the bottom, though. I thought it was kind of good how the top stayed open. I was almost wondering if they rubbed something on there so that wouldn't get foggy. So you
thought he did a good job with it?
Yeah, I thought it looked all right.
He said it was brutal. I didn't. Well, here his comments right now on the whole thing.
Coach, I'm gonna be honest. The talk of Twitter has to be your face mask and how it fogged up. It seemed like you had a little trouble with it.
Yeah, that was brutal. Yeah, I didn't do very good with that thing. But listen, it will be better the next time. So I appreciate you asking that. Though it was a bit of a mess, but we'll get it fixed.
No, I saw friendly Andy Reid as compared to Bill O'Brien.
Yeah, Bill O'Brien had his mask down. He wasn't wearing it properly.
Texas, right?
It was below his mouth. It was on his chin. What's that going to do? He was yelling at people. I know it must be impossible to be in that situation and. You can't talk to players next to you because you got that shield blocking your sound. It's already noisy.
I like how he thanks the guy afterward. He's like, "Hey, I appreciate you asking that and caring about me." Next time, he also said next time we'll get it fixed. Okay, so my question is on the shield. the stormtrooper shield that some people like to wear. If you were to put an agent on it like Rain-X, would that just cause the water to beat up? And then I really want to conduct this study, but it's hard here because the air is so dry and it'd be hard for us to get the face mask to fog up. Like last night, it was 50 degrees and misty there. So it was prime.
What do they call it? Shield.
Yeah.
The shield to fog up.
Yeah. It would be hard for us to conduct that study unless maybe we were, at the beach or doing the show from Arroyo Grande one morning or something like that. Grover Beach, Morro Bay. But it would be interesting study. Like we could not do the jobs that we do with that face mask. That thing would be clanking around.
No, it'd be fine because we'd have to wear a headset like he did, right?
Yeah. You comfortable with wearing a headset face mask combo?
No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to wear a mask at all. I don't wear a mask. Not in here. I wear one when I leave the studio. This is a Rona-free zone. Peter writes in, he says he likes the cloth mask. Mm-hmm. He didn't say why. I have a cloth and the paper disposable. I like the paper disposable because it's got the wire that pinches around your nose.
Yeah, that is nice.
So it doesn't steam up your glasses if I'm wearing glasses.
That is nice. Yeah, I go back and forth between cloth. I wish there was a fifth option on the poll. And I wish the poll option was whatever one is near me would I have to wear it. Because I don't know if you've seen people's rear view mirrors in their cars, but they have become a collection area for face masks. And some people have like 5-6 face masks hanging from them. I don't have them hanging from my rear view mirror, but I do have them hanging from my gear shift. So I have like if I get down to one, I start to panic because I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to put that one in my back pocket when I come out of that store. And next time I have to go to the store, I'm not going to have one. What do I do? So I make sure that there's 3 on there at all times. Yeah. Usually they're the paper disposable ones with the wires that pinch around the nose so you don't get your...
You're only supposed to wear those once and throw them away.
Sure.
I know. I just had to give you a hard time. No, I'm the same way. I've got my go-to mask in the car, and then I've got a little stack in the glove box, but I've had to go back many times because I forgot.
We were gifted at the beginning of this a N95 mask. Do you still have yours?
That was not an N95 mask.
Okay, whatever. It was
just yes, I haven't even taken it out of the thing. I'm saving that for the end of the world.
So for the apocalypse.
Yeah, the apocalypse. That's right.
Ash raining down from the sky over the weekend was not enough for you to break it out.
I wasn't here, remember? I was gone. That cleared up by the time I got back.
It's supposed to continue to rain down from the sky for days. So
I don't know. I don't think it's. I think once it clears up today, it's going to be pretty nice. I mean, I'm sure there'll be some smoke. Anyways, what type of face mask do you rock? I just deleted a comment because they said none. We don't need to know that you don't wear one, all right? If you don't wear one, you don't have to respond.
I knew that was going to be the case.
Because we're trying to do scientific research here, all right? This isn't a political discussion. This is what kind of mask do you wear if you wear one? Do you wear the paper? Do you wear the cloth? Do you wear the shield? Do you wear the bandana over your face?
Oh, yeah, bandana. I forgot to put that on the poll question.
Yeah, the bandana over the face or whatever those things are called, gaiters or whatever. Those things don't work. They don't work, according to a study.
Yeah, they were having people sneeze under a blue light. Duke was given millions of dollars to conduct this study, and they went to the local head shop and bought a blue light and got a box and painted it black, and then had people cough underneath it. And they measured the particulate under the blue light, and they found that the gaiters hold nothing out. In fact, they even did a study. This is crazy on the gaiter. Like they did a study where you have to blow out a candle, like if it was on your birthday cake. So they did it with the cloth mask. The cloth mask is not very efficient in allowing you to blow out the candle. Either was the cloth reusable, a little bit more efficient on the cloth reusable.
The paper mask.
I'm sorry, the paper. The
disposable.
Paper mask. And then the gaiter was like you're blowing out your candles normal. Just like that. You can blow out your candles with the gaiter. But they are more fashionable. So you got that going for you as well.
805-543-3693. Go ahead, you're on the air.
Yeah, the cloth mask, you can wad it up, stuff it in your pocket, make sure it's always there.
Yeah,
that's a good one. And you can reuse it, right? I mean, you can wash it.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it because if you're wearing a sports coat, and you have a pocket in that sports coat. If you fold it the right way, it looks like a pocket square. So
I see. When you have to dress up.
Yeah.
It looks like a handkerchief.
Yeah.
I
You
like
go out
that.
to a fancy dinner with that one.
Thanks for the call.
You fold it the right way.
There's no restaurants around here you have to wear a coat to.
But I'm saying that if you have to,
Yeah, or if you have to
when you're dining outside and you have to dress up.
Jeff has to dress up sometimes now.
And so you can wear it as a pocket square. It does look silly as a pocket square. That's why I want to invent or work out some kind of manufacturing deal on silk face masks that are CDC approved. So then that way they can double as pocket squares, and they'll probably be a lot more comfortable on your face.
Chris just sent in one. He's got a design on it. Looks like a sword with a skull on it. So a lot of people are getting trendy and designing with theirs.
Oh,
Excuse me. That was.
I wish you were wearing a face mask now.
I turned my head.
I'm pretty sure my microphone picked that up. That was
sneeze.
That was one hell of.
But when I was in Idaho, you know what they have.
I wish we had the Duke blue light right now.
I'm pretty sure you cannot get one of these in California, but they have the Trump face mask. TR on the one side, UMP on the other.
My favorite one that I've seen of the cloth reusable. God, this is so funny. It says, "My governor's making me wear this useless mask."
They have middle finger on it too. Anyways, Jeff and Jeremy on Facebook. Our poll question is up right now, brought to you by SurfNet Communications. You can tell us which one you prefer. By the way, I prefer the paper disposable mask over the cloth one because it doesn't seem to get as moist from my hot
And they're
breath.
plentiful. They're plentiful.
Yeah.
You got them.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning. Ever wonder what it's like to work with Jeff and Jeremy?
Why are you so cranky?
It's early. Let's be real with people.
All right, let's
okay?
be real.
Work with them at home on demand by subscribing to Jeff and Jeremy in the morning, wherever you get your podcasts. All the benefits of working with them with none of the smell. Oh, somebody light a match. Jeff and Jeremy in the morning on 93.3 KZOZ.